Hi everyone, my name is Dale Lookabaugh and I'm an agent at the Lanier Team and Keller Williams Realty, and today we're going to go over the stats for the month of May and just kind of see historically where we've been, and maybe we'll figure out where we're going, and we'll just hop right into it. So right here I have our supply chart, housing units available for sale. The red line is 2021, blue is 2020, and 2019 is gray, just so that we have some historical perspective going on. But let's dig into what's happened so far in 2021. Looks like we peaked on houses on the market in February. We had 768 houses on the market, and once the freeze was over and everyone thawed out, that's when our market really started picking up, and we saw houses on the market start coming down. And the next chart will show you why, because demand went way up. But right now we have about 665 houses on the market. It's up a little bit from last month, and it's okay. It's not a huge jump. It's just a small, from 650 to 665. So it's not too bad. And we pull these numbers on the 10th of every month. So we pulled everything in May 10th, and June is from June 10th. So these are pretty accurate numbers. So on June 10th, we had 665 houses on the market. Let's scroll down here to what's under contract. So as you can see, red once again is 2021, blue is 2020, and 2019 is gray. And 2019 is more of a typical year, but just with what happened last year, and as we recover, I think things are going to be just a little bit different than what we've been used to in the past. So this is houses under contract. This is how we measure demand. So you can see, once that ice storm we thawed out, demand went right through the roof. This is record territory for us. 458 houses under contract in May. That's a really big number, and I think a lot of that comes from just the economy coming back, oil prices coming up, people understanding that maybe the federal government wasn't going to come in and just shut down the oil industry. So it gave a lot of people confidence in the market out here. And so you see, we come down a little bit to 415, but I really think the last 2 months might end up being a little bit of an anomaly. And usually we peak in June or July when it comes to demand. So things have slowed down a little bit, but things are still really good right now. So there's plenty of buyers out there, plenty of listings. Right now, I would say it's a pretty healthy market right now. I think there's plenty to look at for most buyers, and demand is still good enough for sellers to feel like, they can win and get what they're asking for, or something close to what they're asking for. So far, so good. Happy with these numbers. All right, this is months worth of inventory. We are always trying to measure if we're in a buyer's market, seller's market, or a balanced market. A real estate economist would tell you anything below 6 months worth of inventory, you would be in a seller's market. We look right here. So far, we're at 2.7, so almost 2.5 months to 3 months worth of inventory, which is, leaning towards a seller's market according to these numbers. We have more than 650 houses on the market right now. Still plenty of demand. So, they would say, hey, we're in the seller's market right now, which is overall good. At least we're not in 1 month's worth of inventory like the rest of the country that's just going crazy right now. 26 offers on one house. Hadn't quite seen that many on one. I know I had one that there was probably 6 or 8, but not as crazy as it's been around the country, but still very, very, very good markets for everyone involved right now. Interest rates, this is what I think saved the real estate markets, at least in Midland last year. With historically low interest rates, everyone either refinanced or is taking advantage of low interest rates. They got down, a 30-year note got down to almost 2.375. That is crazy. That's almost free money right there. And interest rates did tick up towards the beginning of the year, and according to this, it's ticked down a little bit. So it's a good time to cash in on a refinance or a new purchase. Still very, very, very low interest rates. So if you're looking to buy, now might be the time to do it. Not giving you sales pitch or anything, but just if you're on the fence, values seem to be holding up pretty well. And a couple of charts I'll show you we've actually appreciated this year. This just talks about the average sales price since 2008. According to this chart, the average sales price of Midland is almost $365,000, which is kind of amazing for the year 2021. Last year was 344, and let's just pop down to this chart right here. And this is the percentage change in sales price. So it just shows you how the market appreciated or depreciated. A normal market usually appreciates anywhere between 3 to 4% each year. As y'all can see, historically, we've doubled, tripled, sometimes even quadrupled those numbers. And if you look at the 2020 and 2021, last year, by some reason, it was basically flat for the average sales price. I would say we sold more higher end houses last year. I think people were able to move up in house with these low interest rates and keep their mortgage payment the same. So everyone moved up. So we sold more higher end houses. And the big mega builders like Bow and D.R. Horton, man, they just kept on building. So and their price range is anywhere between 200 and 350. So we saw a whole bunch of inventory in those markets, and those houses, didn't sell as well. Everything was backwards in 2020. Typically in a downturn, we sell more houses 350 and below because that's usually an affordable price for most people, unbelievably out here. But usually the upper end suffers more in a downturn. But 2020 was just the opposite, and I can't explain it, but the best reason I have was low interest rates. People moved up in houses. If they were secure in their job and felt like they were going to be okay, I think most people either refinanced or they moved up in house, and there was just a whole bunch of inventory, 350 and below, and it just took a little bit longer to sell those houses. So that's my explanation. I don't know if it's right, but that's what I'm saying. Average days on market, it just measures the time between the time the house goes on the market, the time it goes under contract. So far 2021, it says we're averaging 58 days on market, which seems pretty high to me. Our market's been going bonkers the last couple of months, and January and February and the first part of March were extremely slow, and I thought this number would come down by now, but average days on market 56, that's 58. Still okay. Not like what it was in 2009. They're in that downturn. So like I said, it's okay. It's a pretty healthy market right now. And this just shows you houses available for sale between price ranges. I know this chart's a little bit smaller than the rest of them, but as you can see, the bulk of our inventory is in that 250 to 300 mark. I think a lot of that is you can go purchase a new house with Big Bow, or I don't know if D.R. Horton's building that price range or not. But there's just a lot of inventory out there right now. So as a buyer, that means there's lots of opportunity out there to maybe negotiate a better deal than what you would maybe 2 years ago. And so not much has changed between 2020 and 2021 in that price range. And as you see, you go further down the chart as the sales prices get higher. there's less inventory than what there was even last year. So just kind of dictating what those numbers showed before, and a lower supply, and on that higher end, these numbers are just a little crazy. Well, that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Give us a call. Our office number is 432-682-1144. My cell phone number is 432-553-0766. Before I go, I want to thank my friend Rick. He has a YouTube page in this awesome studio. So if you want to check him out, he owns the Debt Free Mafia. He talks about how to become financially free, financial tidbits, and it's a really great channel. You should check out his content. He produces a lot of good stuff, so go check out Debt Free Mafia on YouTube. But thank you guys for staying at this point, and give us a call, leave us a comment if you have questions of what's going on in your neighborhood. We'd love to help you out, or what's going on in at your house. Thank y'all so much. Bye.